If I can help myself save $150 instead of asking somebody else to do it, best believe I'm going to do that, hunty.
Head high, chest up, and catch that brain, 'cause beauty is my name.
What up, beauty gang? So today I am bringing you guys my very first protective style of this summer. Hopefully first of many, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of tired. I'm not tired of my natural hair, but I haven't been as versatile with it as I'd like. It's either a twist out or a wash and go, majority twist out, and I'm kind of over it as of right now. Plus, I'd like to personally avoid wash days for a while, or just avoid the high maintenance that it takes to take care of my natural hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my very first protective style. It is actually inspired by another social media influencer. Her name is Say the Least. I'll link the picture right there. Unfortunately, she doesn't have a tutorial or like nothing. She doesn't even have a back view of the hairstyle, but when I saw it, I was like, that's cute. That's real cute. So I'm gonna try to do it. I'm not the best braider or corn roller, but yeah, ooh, it's hot. I'm gonna hop right into this video, but first, if you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell button so you're notified each time I post a new video. Beauty gang is pretty freaking lit over here. It's only gonna get litter because it's summer, you know, and summer is already hot, and then plus you get it, like, we're fire. We're fire. Beauty gang is fire. You can ask anybody a part of beauty gang, they will vouch for that. But yeah, I'm hot. I'm tired. I'm ready to put this mane up and away for a while. So yeah, let's just hop right into this video. It's been a nice little minute since the last time I did a voiceover, but what up, you guys? So right now, the first step is to go ahead and detangle all of my hair. We don't need no snags and whatnot. Now, this is a personal preference. Well, actually, this is what she did in the hairstyle. She did 2 hanging tendrils on the side of her hair. I love that type of thing. If you don't have to do it. It's optional, but I'm gonna go ahead and part away the 2 tendrils on each side of my head. Once that's done, the key to this hairstyle is to make sure your hair is all flowing in like the same direction. So she had all her hair, I think, going on the right side of her head or something like that. So that's why I combed all my hair to the right side. And after that's done, I begin to make my first part. Now the key to the parting in this hairstyle is to make like triangular parting. So it kind of starts narrow and then widens a little bit. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, once you've made your section, go ahead and detangle it. Then go ahead and grab in the feed-in hair you're gonna use. I just used some Essence Kanekalon hair I got from my local beauty supply store. Now this step is extremely key to making the process a lot more easier and smooth. Make sure that you are separating the hair into sections before you just go ahead and start trying to feed in the hair, because it will be a hot mess full of tangles and just a mess, okay? A mess. Now, as for the product I'm using to give my braids that clean and uniform look, I'm applying the orange Let's Jam Condition and Shine Gel to just the beginning of my hair, where I'll start the braid and then add a bit more along the hairline, since this is the first braid, and therefore, in my opinion, I think it needs to be the neatest. Now, this is not a how-to French braid, cornrow, braid period type video, because honestly, believe it or not, I'm still in the process of trying to teach myself how to legit braid. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't, but a key step that I did kind of figure out when starting off a braid like this is to kind of like braid in the same place as soon as you start it off, like 2 or 3 times before grabbing more of your hair to continue the French braid. Oh, and also I think it's very important to start off small. So grabbing really small pieces of your hair to start off the braid, and then as you progress, add a little bit more hair each time. Now, as for feeding in hair, the key is to feed in the hair under your middle finger. So I'm gonna show you guys this a couple of times. I'm not gonna just do it one and done, because this takes a little bit of explaining, but you feed in the hair under your middle finger. As you can see here, I lift up my middle finger, which was originally already holding down 1 out of the 3 sections being used to create this braid. So yeah, because the feed in weave that you're adding in is basically a U-type shape, half of the U goes under the middle finger and the other half goes to the section that was above the middle finger. So like I said, I'm gonna show you guys this a couple more times. With practice makes perfect, honestly, but it really is easy once you get a hold to it, because you just continue braiding as you were before you added in the feed-ins. So yeah, now here I'm making my second section. I didn't get to finish showing you guys how I ended off the first one because my camera died, but I'm about to show y'all, no worries. So yeah, as I said in the beginning, parting is very key to this hairstyle. Make sure you are detangling so you don't experience any snags. Add your extra hold shining gel or whatever you're using to kind of get that hold and neat look for the beginning of your braid. And then start off very small and braid in place for like 2 or 3 times before progressing down the section. When it comes to the time to feed in your hair, lift up that middle finger, grab half of the U, and then flip over the other section that was above your middle finger and add the other half of the U to that section. I'm definitely glad I have a visual example for you guys because I know it's much easier to like recognize than to like verbally hear and understand. But it's honestly, I promise you, much easier than it looks. Really, the key to remember is to always add the hair in under your middle finger. That's how I learned. Under the middle finger, and everything else will kind of fall into place. So I did decide to kind of take a detour to the original picture of the girl that I showed you guys in the beginning, how her hairstyle turned out, and make it my own by deciding to add rubber bands about 1/3 of a way down the hair. And then also I didn't add feed-in, you'll eventually see, I didn't add feed-in hair into every single braid that I have because I was starting to realize after about 2 or 3 braids that it was going to be way too much hair, and it's the summertime. The goal is to kind of like have my hair off my neck, off my face, off my back. So yeah, I'll show you guys what I end up doing at the end to like make it all come together. But this is, again, my 3rd braid. I'm showing you guys a close-up again of how I started braiding. Obviously, it is sped up, but I'm doing the same thing. Starting off the braid very small, and as I progress, adding more hair in, and then that's when I add in the feed-in under my middle finger each time. So after my 3rd braid, that was the last braid, I decided to feed in any weave, and then the rest of the braids that I did on my hair, I just did my own hair. Now, a couple of things. One, it definitely gets more difficult to braid as you progress further back because you're still trying to get that curved angle of your hair. Plus the parting is a little bit more difficult, especially if you don't have anyone to part it for you to make it neat. Surprisingly, I did really well for myself. It could have been a little bit neater had someone been there with me, but yeah, it's fine either way. Now, another issue I kind of ran into with this hairstyle was the fact that I didn't have like a back of her head replica. Like, I did not know how she styled the back of her hair. Whoever did her hair, I don't know how they styled it, so I kind of had to just go based off how my hair was parted thus far. I ended up having the braids in the lower back of my hair a lot like smaller and stuff, as you can see, than the rest of the braids, and it kind of still turned out decent, but that part did get difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, trying to figure out how I'm gonna part it so that it'll still go into like a low bun on the right side of my head. But yeah, if there's a will, there's a way, and you know I ride for my beauty gang, so I just made it work. This is how my hair was looking after all the braids were complete. And real quick, I want to show you guys, I redid this braid so that it can go over my ear. I didn't like the tucked behind the ear vibe. But yeah, now I decided to actually French braid the back of my hair, combining those braided sections all together into one braid and bringing them around so that they can meet with those 3 feed-in braids that I had in the very beginning. Once I get all the braids flowing to the same side, I take one of the feed-in braids and I wrap that around the rest of the hair, and then it basically ends up becoming a 2-strand twist all the way down. But I originally wrapped one of the feed-ins around everything so that all of my flyaway hairs could kind of be seamlessly tucked away. Once the 2-strand twist is done, I began creating my bun, basically how you do a Bantu knot, wrapping the hair around the base until you don't have any hair left to wrap. Now this was another detour I decided to take from the previous hairstyle that Say the Least had. She had added on like weave on these side tendrils. I just decided to do 2-strand twists on my side tendrils because my hair is already decently long and I just didn't want it to look obnoxious, especially because I don't have the hair out like she did. I have it in a bun. So I just did 2-strand twists and added a little bit of the hair jam that I used on the braids at the very ends to coil it up, and I ended up falling in love with this hairstyle. It was super simple, super easy. Would have been faster had I sectioned off the Kanekalon hair earlier, but that's why I said don't be a hot mess like me. But yeah, now all I'm doing is slaying my edges / baby hair a little bit to finish off the hairstyle, which is also another optional step. If you're not into like baby hair slayage and stuff like that, then you don't have to do it. But as my beauty gang know, I'm all about the laid and slayed edges. So yeah, that is all I have for you guys. Really hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, bye.
Move your body cause you're loving the way that you walk. Move your body if you're loving the way that you talk. One time if you're confident. Clap 2 times cause you're on it. Never gave a damn about what they say, cause you handle all your business on a day by day. Head high, chest up, and catch that frame, cause beauty